conversation is that we was taught money wrong. Everything we was taught about money is wrong. Like literally everything that we was taught from the time we were a kiddo up until now was wrong. So the whole, you know, what we was taught about money, let's start there. How do we get money? We go to school, we graduate, we get a degree, we get a good high paying job, we go to work. Okay, we put in hours, and if we need to, we put in overtime, we put in vacation, um, we ask for time off, right, when we need it. We just, that's what we do. We work very, very hard for the stuff that we want. And in fact, we work overtime. All right. So that's what we was taught about money. So what's the correct way to use money? The correct way to use money is to get other people's money and to leverage money, okay? And to make money, and to grow money, and to multiply money, and to, yeah, to do that. So let's start here. I want to say, my story time of figuring out how we were taught about money is completely wrong, right? Because the human brain allows us to perceive and to see people who live outside of a 9 to 5, right? People who live outside of a regular job, people who have businesses, and people who are successful. We get to see those type of people, right? And so when we is seeing these type of people, we get to figure out how these people did what they did, right? And so a job is just never the way. How is it that this another thing, when you working by the hour, right? How is it that you work so much and for so long and for so many hours just to be able to spend your money up in 1 second? Do that not never not made sense to y'all? Like, how is it when you go to work, you gotta go to work for weeks, months, um, Z or Zo, what's up? Um, Years, you gotta go to work for a long amount of time just to get the money, right? That you could spend in 1 second. So all your seconds that you spent, all your hours that you spent towards getting that thing could all be gone in 2 minutes, just of one purchase, right? And so when I first started realizing and started like researching about money and shit, I remember I was in like 10th grade, I was 17. And I started figuring out like, okay, like boom, I want to be rich, right? So, and I'm talking about I have like a lot of fucking money, right? So then I just started like searching up like how to get rich, like how to make a lot of money, how to do this, how to do that, what to do, just anything of a rich person, how to do it, right? And then so I started like looking up the cars that I want, looking up the houses that I want, and that shit probably cost like 200K. So then I'm trying to figure out, come up with a plan. Okay, how will I get 200K? And that's what y'all gotta ask y'all self these type of questions. How will I get such and such amount of money, right? How will I obtain this money? How will I get this money and receive this money? Not how I will save up this money. That's another thing. You can never save up this money. Yes, you could save up the money over a long amount of time, but you can also get this money as well. So how can you get the money, right? So what we was taught is one way, but let me tell you a different way. You can obtain credit and others people money, skills, right? And systems, right? You have to acquire these things to become wealthy and to have lots of money. Either way, however you making money has to be completely tied. It has to be completely separate from your body because your body can only move so much. You feel me? Like your body can only do so much, and your body in a prison when you feel like, okay, if I stop my body, then I don't get to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? I don't get to eat. I don't get to have a place to sleep if I decide like I want to take a nap, or that I'm feeling bad today, or that I'm not doing it today. And so you need to have shit that's still moving in that process because everybody, everybody go through those times, right? And that's where you need to have your money make working for you and have each dollar to bring back a friend, right? So, and give each dollar a job, right? Each dollar a job. So, that's one thing. And then another thing is how everybody, everything is environment, right? Everything is like people do what they see other people do because they don't know anything else. Humans are humans. Humans don't know anything outside of the brain. That's why when people see things that are like supernatural or things that are not realistic, they about to go freaking crazy because the human brain cannot function and cannot think of it right. So think about people who actually do know about money and who actually was taught about money the right way. They have no choice but to make money the right way and to teach others and to have it to continuously be a thing, right? All right, and people who was taught the wrong way, which is just to just go get a job, just go get a quick job real quick. You feel what I'm saying? They don't know anything different because they've never seen anything differently, and it has to be in you to seek for these things to be differently if you are different, right? If you are different, if it's for you to know, certain information is just going to naturally come to me. I mean, come to you, right? So you got to figure out if you want to have a lot of money, you got to learn how to make a lot of money, what to do with money, how to flip money, how to make money work for me, how to teach other people how to make money, how to think of money, right? You have to figure out the information. That's another thing. I just made a video about that like the other day. You got to understand nobody feels sorry for you. Nobody even cares about your situation personally, right? Because people who know about money the right way, they feel as though if people who didn't know wanted to know, they would find out. The only thing that is keeping you from that is information, right? It's information, one, and two, it's identity. You got to identify with somebody who knows how to do money. Like you have to identify somebody who is good with money. Like just wake up and be like, yeah, I'm good with money. I know how to do this. I know how to do that. Once you list these things out exactly how I'm about to tell you, you will be good. Okay, y'all put ready when y'all ready. Comment ready when y'all ready, because I'm finna put y'all down. I'm finna show y'all exactly how to do this shit. Because this right here is the master blueprint that everybody uses. Alright, but I want y'all to know, like, I'm on this journey is I tell y'all everything in all of my videos. Right? So number one, leverage. Leverage. You gotta make money. You gotta put your time into something that's gonna continue to grow even when you're not doing it. Like a regular job, bruh. Once you sit down, your money sit down. That shit not gonna be able to work. You gotta have systems working for you, and you gotta have systems that's making you money even when you're not working. All right, so you gotta have time. Say if you. That's why like a 9 to 5 is like, okay, people may think it's stable, but that's only because they've been conditioned to think so. But it's really the most chaotic because, all right, say you working at a job 2 years straight, you get up every single day for 2 years, you're there on time, freaking, you do your job good. You coming in a little bit early to make sure everything good. You leaving a little bit late. You come there for 2 years straight every single day. Immediately, as soon as you, like, say you have a wreck one day and, like, you don't call them, boom, that's a no call, no show. Now you're fired, right? You don't have a job. Or say you just get fired in general. All the time that you put, all 2 years that you just put towards that job, gone. Like, that shit don't even fucking matter. Nobody remember you. You're not nothing. It's over. All right? Boom. Take that same 2 years. Say you decide you going to be a content creator and you going to post on YouTube and you going to market your business, right? If you continue to post every single day for 2 years straight, boom. Yes. Now you got videos circulated for not just 2 years, but for forever. Say you decide to put 2 years, worth of money into your business bank account and start generating money so that you can start building your credit, right? So say you get like a regular credit card and you're building on that for 2 years straight. You pay on the time, you pay this by the statement date. You make sure it don't have no like increase or nothing. Like, you make sure you pay your shit straight for 2 years straight. When you go to that bank and you ask them, could they lend you some money, they're going to be able to give you way more than what's on your card, right? That's where you can get loans. That's where you can get like funding. That's where you can get any type of investment so that you can take and turn that shit into some more money, right? If you do that shit for 2 years, that's good. If you go and you decide to add a trade line on your credit and you go buy something from like car rental, or you can buy a trade line or just add yourself as an authorized user on somebody else's account that is for 2 years, you could go get damn near 200,000-300,000, even 4 with that, just because of age, right? Because age is one of the biggest factors. You can better added 2 years of age on top of whatever you already got. That's something. And so something else, say you use 2 years worth, say you want to do real estate and you're doing fix and flips in your city, right? You know a lot of people. You probably want to do some work with them. You probably want to do something with them. You probably know somebody with a construction. You probably got a team. Say you're doing fix and flips. If you create you an LLC, you got your business bank account, you got your EIN, you got your license, you got everything you need, and you got your shit structured, right? If you spend 2 years straight and get you a group of 10, a group of people, 15 people, and you get all of them to hand out 100 cards every single day for 2 years straight, do you think you're still going to be benefiting when you stop at the last day? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. If you promote your shit for 2 years straight, you walked out to everybody, you said, if you got a restaurant, say you cook food, and you decide, I'm gonna start cooking food. I'm gonna spend 2 years straight walking up to people, handing out to my cars, handing out food, handing out this, handing out that, I'm gonna spend 2 years straight doing that. What you're doing is you're getting these people and you're funneling them directly to your business, right? When you decide that you don't want to hand out business cards no more after 2 years straight on that last day, are you still going to be making money after that? Correct. Because you have planted seeds, and that's what this money shit is really about. It's not just about working for instant gratification like a regular 9 to 5 job. No, it's about planting seeds. It's about you making money machines. It's about you connecting the dots and putting shit together and making shit like grow into something bigger, because that's what this shit is about. It's really not about just a regular 9 to 5. Because I'm telling you, when you look at the most richest people, what do these people have? These people got these people got investments, corporations. These people got lawyers. These people is not paying taxes. These people got the best tax experts behind them. These people got credit repair. These people, they got businesses, multiple businesses. These people is giving each other money. Do y'all understand it? Like, rich people be having like hella money. They be having groups of friends. They be like shifting around money. Like, they be building businesses together. You know what I'm saying? Doing shit like that. Like, what else they be having? Trust. They don't be having nothing in their name. They be controlling everything but owning nothing. None of they shit be on their name in paper. Right? What else they be having? Like, money moving through different places, not just one bank account, not just two, not just three, not just four. No, they got they got businesses on top of businesses. They leverage credit, they leverage other people's money. They don't go to no 9 to 5 and say, oh, I'm gonna just save up my money and go from here. No. And another thing is they use things, they get the easy route out. The easy route out is to get somebody else's money. The easy route out is to get somebody else's business. They even do that. They don't start out businesses from the forefront. No, they go get some shit that's already working. They go get something that they know is working. They don't try to be different. They don't try to, you know what I'm saying, buying businesses, flipping businesses, private equity, stocks. That's what all that shit is. That's all getting into something that is like, the same thing. And we was just taught a different type of way. Y'all got to just think about shit. Really think about shit before a motherfucker just tell you something. Don't just up and do some shit. No. Think about shit. Really, really, really think about shit. If it's people out here living in $300,000 houses, right? How do they get that house? How do you get $300,000 cash? How do you get that much money? How do you get $1 million? How do you get $1 million? That's the shit. Like, that's the shit. What is just, it's here. I tell you another thing though about how we was learned about money the wrong way is just like the mindset of it, how to do it. You gotta look it up for yourself. You gotta understand everybody don't want what's best for you. Everybody do not want what's best for you. So we was taught about it the wrong way. And you gotta have that knowledge. You gotta know, if people say get a job, go to college and get a job and make sure I go to work and clock in every single day, how are there people living in $1 million houses? How do people afford cars that are $200,000? How did they do that? That's what I want to know. People fucked up when they let broke people, or people who don't have as much, or people who was not shown money the right way, or people who wasn't like growing up in that type of environment. When they allow people to, those type of people to see the opposite or see the other side, oh, it's over with. If it connect for you, it's gonna connect for you. If it's not, then it's not. But it gotta be in you, not something that's on you. It gotta be something that you have inside of yourself that's like a genuine question, like, how? You know what I'm saying? How? Because it's something about like, I just don't feel like, I just don't feel like settling. Like, I don't feel like settling, giving it up and being like, oh, yeah, this what it is. No, it's not. How are there people traveling all over the world, living life on easy mode? And why is it the saying that rich people, they don't work, but the people that's working the hardest get the least? That shit is so fucking amazing, because it's even like that in relationships. It's even like that in business, right? The people who try to lease, they the ones who get the most. They the ones who people naturally gravitate to, because people hate desperation. People hate desperation. A desperate ass motherfucker, people do not like them, whether it's a relationship, a business, or anything. If you're coming off as desperate, you're pushing people away from you. And overworking is in like having yourself in the 9 to 5, grinding for like below average shit, is some of the most desperate shit that you could possibly do as well. And that's why you get the breadcrumbs, because it's like the same exact thing. Whoever is just, you gotta let it go. You gotta, first of all, you have to be like, you gotta already know that it's yours, right? You gotta already know that shit. Like, I know that I'm not like a regular ass person that's just supposed to just get no 9 to 5 and just keep on working that bitch till I be like 60 years old. I know that shit. I know that. You know what I'm saying? I I know that. And can't nobody, you know what I'm saying, tell me anything different because I know that. You gotta know it. Like, just like some people know that that's what they finna be doing till they 65. They know that shit. You gotta know it. How is it that people afford to travel all over the world and go everywhere that they always wanted? How is it? How are these people doing these type of things, right? In desperation, don't jump. Don't be so, oh, let me get that. Oh, let me get that. No. Think about it. People who get everything naturally is people who don't even care about it for real. People who just chilling. People who already know, like, yeah, that's mine. They're not trying to overperform. They're not trying to overextend themselves. They're not trying to prove nothing to nobody. They let people think what they want to think. They just going on about their business. They just strolling and rolling, and then all the good things just come to them. All the blessings just come to them. Just like a man who be acting like he don't care about the girls, all the girls want him, or just like a girl, she be acting like she don't care about she don't be caring about no boys, like I don't want no boy, da da da. That be the girl all the boys be wanting, and then the girl who always walk around like, oh, I'm looking for a man, all the men's like, ooh, we don't want her, It's the same thing. It's the same thing with money. Money is frequency. Money is a mindset. Money is a tool. Like, and money is energy. You have to operate about money on that same energy because we was taught wrong. We was taught to have like this energy about money, to just feel like we gotta overdo this, we gotta overdo that when we don't. Like, we was taught about money the wrong way, right? We was taught to just go to work, pay bills, and say the rest, right? But no, that's not the way it's supposed to go. We're supposed to leverage, right? Make money, right? Then pay ourselves, then we save, right? But you gotta understand, people don't know what they don't know, number one. But two, without giving the excuse, people don't know what they're not looking for. So you gotta actively be looking. Like, if you feel comfortable in your situation and your shit and your life and stuff, it's going to show. If you want something different, if you want something better, you're gonna do something different. You're gonna do something better. Period. Because we was taught wrong. We was taught to benefit others. Right? And with that being said, we now have the resources to go to a different route. So, see you guys later. You don't know what you want, what you don't want to know, what you gotta try to figure out. So.